Hello and welcome to another episode of SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. I'm Bring Stabbity, the stabbiest stabby that ever stabbity'd, and we have another stage, Zero versus Epion, to take care of. But since we're already overloaded on energy and not gaining anything else, we may as well take care of our dailies first. So, grab 184 energy. Yeah, we got that up to level 3 now. Probably because we hit player rank 21 or something. And yeah, we get 9 per hour with a storage limit of 648. Oh no, excuse me, we get 8 per hour with a limit of 576. It can be stored for up to 3 days. But yeah, that's good stuff. Let's collect all of that. 20 AP with Warship Cruise and completed all daily missions, so let's just claim that. Yoink! And our diamonds are over 30,000 already. The energy is over 333. The Federated Sons, House Division, self-righteous, bright-smiling guys with a code of noblesse oblige, and who ruthlessly converted a democracy into a monarchy. Very self-consciously the good guys. Given they're wedged between the Draconis Combine and the Capellan Confederation, this is easy to sell. Maybe not as righteous as they sell, but still reasonably so. Okay. Anyway, let us go back to the main stages and take a peek. Next mission is Zero versus Epion. Okay. I guess we keep the team as it is. Not much to change there. Free squad stays the same. Yeah, all the mobile suits are at level cap, which is nice. Gotta admit, just that G-Quack. We need to get one more. Ugh. We'll have to do that tomorrow. Alright, let's sortie. The operation to stamp out the Treize faction continues, and the flames of war begin to lick at the Sank Kingdom. Dermail deploys a squad of mobile dolls to the kingdom's border. As Noin and the others contemplate a counterattack, Raylina tries desperately for a diplomatic solution. With a view to annihilating the Sank Kingdom, however, Dermail refuses a peaceful resolution. The Draconis Combine, House Kurita, samurai fanboys who take the samurai fanboyism totally seriously, like their secret police and war crimes entirely too much. Aww. Meanwhile, on the space front, the Foundation continues construction of their Peace Million-class space battleship, with a view to using it to replace Treize as their symbol. It is their intention to utterly eliminate anyone at odds with their doctrine. Don't they mean space battleship Libra? The Capellan Confederation / House Liao, totalitarian socialist psychopaths who are smaller, weaker, and poorer than their neighbors, but fanaticism can cover many ills. Ugh, sounds horrible. And their targets include Raylina, proponent of total pacifism, as well as the Sank Kingdom she governs. With Raylina's pleas for peace coming to nothing, the Foundation's invasion finally begins. The Sank Kingdom, a bastion of hope for the people, is once again engulfed by an inferno of conflict. Noin rushes to deliver the news to Raylina, whose attempts at initiating a dialogue with Dermail have been denied. Miss Raylina, the border surveillance system has detected that the mobile doll squads have begun their invasion. I see. I'm glad that we were able to evacuate the students from the academy in time. Rockefeller considers the Sank Kingdom its enemy. We've no choice but to fight to protect this nation. The Sank Kingdom is a state of absolute pacifism. If we are to strive for a world without weapons of war, we must not engage in such behavior. But if we do nothing, the Sank Kingdom itself will be lost. Miss Raylina, the modern world has pinned all its hopes for peace on the Sank Kingdom. Please, do not scold those who would protect it. Miss Noin! Though she sympathizes with Raylina's stance, Noin chooses to sortie in an effort to combat the encroaching threat. As she watches from her window, a skirmish that broke out on near the national border, Raylina is joined by Dorothy. The Lyran Commonwealth / House Steiner, more or less a military-industrial complex that managed to become a hypothetically absolute monarchy. Extremely German, much less despotic than you'd expect from the theoretical absolute monarchy of their archons. Cover the absolute incompetence of their senior officer staff with being able to crank out more and bigger mechs. And that's the one that all the memes, that there's that meme about that you keep sending me, right? So, the pacifist Sank Kingdom has finally been swept up in the turmoil of war as well. Dorothy, did you ignore the instructions? Please, flee at once. Oh, don't be silly. The very reason I came to Sank Kingdom was to see how these events would play out. What will you do, Miss Raylina? Resist to the last? Or would you request aid from an allied nation? No such means are available to the Sank Kingdom. Then what other means do you have? You do realize that if the Sank Kingdom is left to fall, your dream of total pacifism will die with it. That won't happen. The people desire true peace. It's to protect that peace that everybody is fighting, and beautifully so. Oh, it's ever so wonderful. Raylina hopes for peace, but the capital of the Sank Kingdom she calls home finally finds itself on the brink of conflict. I understand what Miss Raylina aims to accomplish, but right now, I have to fight. So, they're here. I'll show them. I'll do whatever it takes to keep this place safe. I should have known. There are too many of them. Huh? Miss Noin, thank goodness I made it. Is that Ketra? I see you got your Sandrock back. Yeah, the Magnok Corps retrieved it for me. Looks like I owe Sally Poe for sharing that info on the Gundams. We can't let down all the people who have helped us. For their sake as well, we can't afford to lose. The Free Worlds League / House Merrick, still at least notionally a democracy at the top level, with emergency powers for its Captain General, and those emergency powers keep on getting confirmed by their parliament. An absolute clusterfuck of patchwork cultures, free trade, relatively free citizens, the occasional total meltdown of their outright Austro-Hungarian system. We can't let down all the people who have helped us. For their sake as well, we can't afford to lose. Okay, time to stand our ground and fight. See? Total pacifism is really a dream. You just end up falling prey to the animals fighting on. I don't think this approach can be justified simply by categorizing people as squabbling animals. I truly believe that humanity can choose to attain peace without fighting. I shall never tire of hearing you uphold your ideals, Miss Raylina. And I'm quite sure that your words would soon lure to your side any soldiers harboring doubts over Oz or the Trace faction. If the Sank Kingdom and my very existence gives rise to war, then I will start by doing what I can, by taking the first step towards total pacifism. Dorothy is totally perving on Raylina. Yeah, she does seem rather thirsty. Definitely getting certain corpse party vibes from her. That's right. Action comes first, Miss Raylina. Is that a Gundam? Hero, the pilot of that Gundam. It's Hero, isn't it? No, that isn't right. Shut up, Epion. Ah, the thirsty ghost. Best ghost. Well, at least, competing with, Gentleman Ghost. Yes, those two were clearly the best ghosts. Hero, you've gone out too far. Stay close to the capital. If I go berserk again, nobody will be able to stop me. Van Boymus, and of course, the Torians ready to nuke anyone. Well, not really, but they are around. Hey, Van Boymus, welcome back. But if I can't take control of this Gundam, then the Sank Kingdom and Raylina. Destroy all enemies. Defeat. All of your enemy units are destroyed. Hero Union Guest Force destroyed. Well, let's hop to it. So, here's my Guest Force, Ketra, Epion, and White Taurus. Sandrock, Epion, and White Taurus. Whereas my units are all the way over here. Oh. Ah. Okay. Sure. That works out. You don't have... No, you just have a boost range. Not gonna help us in this situation, that's fine. Take you. Take down the Virgo. Van Boymus, would you say I gave an accurate-ish summary of the 5 primary successor states? And Van Boymus says yes. Alright, I guess... That is less than ideal. Alright. Alright, I guess we'll take the guest force first. Yay, shoot you. Oh, yeah, you don't do much, do ya? This will finish you. No, knowing it most definitely will not finish it. And of course, there also being a bunch of Roman cosplayers that are a minor power. Roman cosplayers, you say? Alright. That is one hell of a beam sword. Ketra, you go Cross Crusher over there. Go all Cross Crusher on that Taurus. You really don't want to kill anyone? Too bad. Well, actually, that Taurus probably has a mobile doll in it, so yeah, you aren't killing anyone. Epion. With Hero Yui, use the massive beam sword maximum power. The closer you are to an enemy, the greater the weapon power, up to 10% increase. Nice! Yeah, we can do about half damage. That's nice. But first... Oh wow, that is a long sword. I definitely see why it's at max power. Heat Rod. Let's see how the Heat Rod works. Heat it up. Nice. Move straight from the anime. Fly along and just spin and have the heat whip cut it in half. Oh, nice. Alright. You can go there. Practice on that guy. Or get a chance step on that guy, rather. And then use that to progress deeper. Red Gundam. Yeah, you'll have to target you. Spin? Is that spin to win? It most certainly is spin to win. G-Quack. Yep, I knew I needed to move you. Use it. Boom. I guess, like, go there. Attack you. Go there and attack you. Yeah, good enough. Works for me. You can get increased movement range. Useful. Well, nope, not gonna get the kill. Need to use the EX. EX it is. As Raylina just gives up making winning hard. Does my G-Kooks have SP conversion? It does not. I'm tempted to put it on it, but I have not yet. But yeah, fanboy was just commenting these American fanboys pretty much seem like the best of the successor states.
ここらで幕引きといこうじゃないか。
Yeah, head over there. Can that kill? Nope. We're gonna have to use the oh, not even the finisher is enough. Ho ho ho! That Taurus is stronger than the Taurus is stronger than the Virgo. I did not expect that at all. Come on. Target you, get the kill, perfect. Skip, we've already seen your animations. Cool. And Red Gundam. Red Gundam standing by. Don't care about the increased movement speed. Yeah, no. Why not? Take the increased movement speed, attack, get the kill. Ochirobani! Haha. They pretty much bested successor states and got done dirty in the later timeline. Word of Blake does that. It's fucking Word of Blake, fucking clans. No idea what any of that is a reference to. I honestly thought the setting was more interesting before the clans showed up, and the clans have collapsed in on themselves. I'm assuming more Battletech stuff, but I know none of the words that you use. Sure, Force Guard. We use the missile pod. Let's use the chain rifle. Ooh, it'll get a kill. If we're gonna be getting the kill, then Getra, you move forward. You can at least do more damage. Although we're still gonna use heat shuttle throwing, because Shuji Ito's just gonna beat it for us. At this point, I doubt Clan Wolf having Terra means crap. The clans are a huge fucking case of author fiat. Okay. That's kind of what it sounded like. Especially when you mentioned Word of Blake. It's like, sounds to me like, author's word is coming in. And messing with things. Go. Getting close. Shuji, yeah, go for it. Shuji used the support attack. Word of Blake is actually a weird-ass religious movement in the phone company. You don't fuck with the phone company. Battletech gets weird. I am so confused. It sounds interesting, but ridiculously confusing. Oh. Alright. Can you at least get into range of something? You can. You can, shoot that. Beam cannon. Boom! I'm a firing my blah! Honestly, you should have gotten, say, in range. There. Oh, not even enough to kill with EX. Wow. Alright. Kill you and at least get the plus 10, Oh, you are right on that. Cool. At least the Virgo was able to soften up the Taurus so that the Phoenix Gundam could get the kill. How many left? 1, 2... Just 4 units? Just 4 units. Those two off on the left. Nothing in range? Okay, well, you're done. Boost range. Doesn't matter, we'll just sit there, use hatch full open, get a support attack from Mark. Things got a bit weird in Comstar internal culture. So when the Star League fell, an organization called Comstar managed to hold on to control of the hyperpulse generator stations used for FTL comms and maintained a stronger tech base. Okay. You're on your last chance step. Those guys are on their last chance step, so I'll just put you there. And, yeah. Kill you. Ignore. Skip the fight. And then we got these three all lining up here. Oh! Oh, yeah. Support attack is what gets the kill, not Catra. Catra's gonna do no damage, essentially. Because the support attack is enough by itself to kill. Sweet, and that leaves the enemy with just one enemy unit, which may or may not die on the next phase. Now I'll just stand by. Yep, I figured. It was going to attack a softer target. Also, when the Star League fell, the successor states did things that even characters from Fallout would go, okay, that's a bit much. Word of Blake is a reflection of the weirdness, weird-ass religious culture side of Comstar, rather than the we're content to be the filthy rich phone monopoly in Comstar. Okay. And let's just get the kill, be done. Boom. Condition achieved. Wait, that was just condition? Thought that was victory. The Sank Kingdom. Looks like I made it. How's the situation? Is Raylena alright? Wing 0. Hero Yui, what are you doing here? Zex. Choosing that mobile suit was a mistake. They get up to some serious mischief later in the timeline. Oh my! Hero, I'm confirming the situation. Are you my enemy? Ask Zero. Kill those who came to kill me. That's what you're saying, right, Zero? So be it. We two natural-born soldiers will settle this once and for all. It's time to decide the victor. Blake is Comstar's founder, which Word of Blake reveres as well. Okay. If Dua was there, you'd know when Zex asks Hero was there, he'd quip, well, he is Raylena's on-demand boyfriend. Well, he is Raylena's on-demand boyfriend. Wing 0 and that new Gundam. What the heck is going on? Oh no, more enemies! Ketra, be careful, there are more mobile dolls on the way! Looks like Wing 0 attracted some pesky enemy reinforcements. Don't worry about that now. We have to protect this place to the end, no matter what. Alright. Mission objective. Victory. All enemy units and third force destroyed. Okay, well. Let's get to work on that. You know what? We have not seen Trans Am in a while. And I got plenty of energy to spare. So, let's take a peek. The end being Raylena throwing in the towel. Turanzam! Gotta love the extra chance steps. Alright, and chance step. Enough for the kill, enough for the kill. Doesn't even need a support attack. Could get one, doesn't need one. Which would be funny if that caused the Zero system to crash, as that is to win a battle, which is hard when someone literally throws in the towel. So curious, what do you make of the Spice Monger's stab? I think that Frank Herbert should sue. Now, I know that Frank Herbert is dead, and it's his son that would sue, but, yeah, everything I hear is that, he's putting out Dune stuff, and it's nowhere near as good as, the stuff that Frank Herbert put out. There we are, beat the stage boss in a single attack. How nice. And sadly, out of chance steps now. Can we at least get you closer? Yes, because we can use boost range. And get you to attack that one. Yes, I know you're right there. Which then lets you go to there. And boost range a second time. And wipe out that one. Perfect. Reading Dune, I was repeatedly reminded how much it's a product of the 60s. Yes! Although it's funny how they just casually go, oh yeah, the Butlerian Jihad. It's like, yeah, definitely, it definitely means different things now in a post-9/11 world. Transform. And gain an extra movement step. But still not be enough. That's fine. Red Gundam, no. Can't make it. High speed, can make it. Yay! That one extra step was all we needed. Just in a very different ways than Star Trek Original 60s was a product of the 60s. Yeah. To quote, the Japanese channel that keeps showing up on YouTube Shorts. Same, but different. Drugs are the way to enlightenment. Squishy quasi-hive mind and Fremen Shetek. So much ecological musing. Yes. And G-Quack gets the kill and the end of the stage. Battle clear. Victory conditions met. 12,785, not bad. Gain some levels, nice. Oh! Wing Zero's technical journal. We could totally make Wing Zero now if we wanted, and we wanted to spend all the money and had enough development materials, which we absolutely do not have. No Ort Cloud mining so the Fremen can have water. Biology is over all things. Technology is but limited compared to it. Race memory! It's an extremely 60s book. Yes, very 60s. At least he doesn't mention phrenology. Yes, Miss Raylina. Okay, first I set up a connection to space, then connected to the personal comms of the Foundation's top brass. My name is Raylina Peacecraft. I represent the Sank Kingdom. As a result of Oz's declaration of war, my nation is currently engaged in conflict. And the writer isn't as utterly horny as Star Trek's creator. Yep. The Sank Kingdom is a proponent of total pacifism, and we do not wish to take up weapons and fight. But if our nation is to become a target in Oz's war, then the Sank Kingdom shall hereby relinquish sovereignty and dissolve. Speaking of utterly horny Eroxonagel. Oh, is that what you got the ED ad? I got one of those when I was watching someone else that I rated after my last stream. Hereby what? Whatever the reason may be, pacifism must never be allowed to become a source of conflict. I shall also surrender myself to Oz. Welcome to Oz! This is all in accordance with my ideology of peace. End this conflict. There is no longer any reason to fight. Miss Raylina. Welcome back, Enweiss. Ketra, will you come with me? Where to? To space. Frickin' ED ads. I will. Well, until she needs an army of robots with the mind of Hero. And so, Raylina issues a declaration of dissolution. Her stance shocks even Dermail, and the Rockefeller Foundation's invasion is halted. Frozen Teardrop is weird. Yeah. I'll be honest, I have not heard good things about Frozen Teardrop. I don't know enough to have an opinion of my own. I just know that that is the opinion. Hero and Zex, however, continue to fight. A fight to the death unfolds between the two men, both consumed by the Zero System. It's a fight with which nobody could interfere. But, as the intense struggle continues, its end nowhere in sight, an unforeseen conclusion approaches. Past their limits, both machines stop moving, prompting Hero and Zex to leave their suits and confront one another in the flesh. Looks like those machines made fools of us both. Epion told me that you were an obstacle on the path I've chosen to walk, and I think he was right about that. It seems reinforcements have arrived. I'll go in the Wing Zero. What about that Gundam? Do whatever you like with it. Trey's made it. I can't make sense of what he wanted for it. Knowing Trey's, he probably did mean for me to have the Epion. Zex leaves with Epion, and with the Sank Kingdom now dissolved, his battle also moves to a new front. Meanwhile, in space, the citizens of some colonies join forces with the Trey's faction and begin moving for independence. Yes, I can attest Stars and Shadow, especially the LP that Enweiss is doing, is pretty decent sci-fi. I'd say probably even a bit better than decent. Those calling for the colonies to rise and revolt against Oz unite, calling themselves White Fang. They put into action a meticulous plan and take control of the lunar planet. The captive Tuberov seizes an opportunity to escape and attempts to stage a counterattack using mobile dolls. However, all who yearn for conflict out here in space, all with evil intentions, I will eradicate every last one of them. Wufei arrives abruptly in Ultron Gundam and attacks both sides, destroying the base and Tuberov with it in a raging blaze. Meanwhile, Raylina, now in the Rockefeller Foundation's custody, is approached by Dermail, who maneuvers for her to become the Foundation's representative. Pretty decent sci-fi focused on a society of just straight up nice space seahorses. Yes. Who also very capitalist space seahorses. Raylina initially declines his offer, but as the fighting continues, she relents and accepts the position in an effort to keep more blood from being spilled. I speak now to all the people of the world. Starting today, I, Raylina Peacecraft, shall serve as the representative of the Rockefeller Foundation. Everybody, please put down your weapons and stop fighting. Nice and capitalist, both totally game canonical. True. I imagine that we all desire the very same future, and I invite all of you to join me as we proceed toward that future. That the whole world would be considered a single nation. I hereby abolish the national borders that engender strife across the globe. Have fun with taxation. And declare the establishment of the Earth Sphere United Nation. As the founding of the Isan is declared, the one meant to lead the way. No. As the founding of the ESUN is declared, the one meant to lead the way into the new era is born anew as Queen Raylina. Raylina. Having welcomed Raylina, a woman whose very existence is akin to a symbol of peace, as their representative, the Foundation begins taking steps to realize the Earth Sphere United Nation. The Isan, manufactured by Apple. Developed by Sun Microsystems, duh. However, this is all part of Dermail's strategy to take advantage of Raylina's unifying power and garner the support of the people. After Colony 195, the warring era rages on with growing intensity as a moment of drastic change approaches. Whew, that was something. And by something, I mean long. Yeah, 40 minutes just for a single episode. Here I was hoping, maybe we could do it in 20 and we could fit 3 into or 40 minutes for one stage. I was figuring it could go fast and we could fit 3 into one episode, but no. Anyway, since our energy is already above level cap, let's go get even more. Ooh. New characters unlocked. Raylina Darlin. Hero, yep. You want a Shenlong Gundam. Fine. I'll finally give you that Shenlong. Just so I can get rid of your missions. You keep asking for the exact same thing. Yeah, develop. Okay, let's do it. Shenlong, so right there. Develop. We'll use the favorited Gundam Sandrock, yes. And develop and say goodbye. Shenlong Gundam. We do get, 55 unit data upgrades. That much is nice. Nope. Back. What about you? Oh. Okay, yeah, no, nothing happening there. You don't require, yep, you don't require. So, Magnok Core, level up, yoink. But yeah, what would you say about your LP if you had to pitch it, the current one? Tall Geese, didn't you have a gag picture for that one? I have plenty of gag pictures for Tall Geese. Everyone loves the Tall Geese. But yeah, there's, untitled Tall Goose game. That's a fun one. And then someone actually built like a goose out of Gunpla with the Tall Geese's head. That looks cool. Let's level you up and reclaim our Gundam Sandrock. Yay! We have Gundam Sandrock once more. And we can't evolve anything because we need, materials. You need materials, everything needs materials. Alright, that was good. Transfer the Shenlong. Come on. Unfavored it. Select and transfer, and yes, exceeding the level required. What in the world am I doing? Goodbye, SR Shenlong Gundam. See him get to level 3. Ah, an energy tank for Wing. Cool. Raylena. Capture a unit from Mobile Suit Gundam one time. We will probably get that resolved. Just on the next stage, we'll get some captures. And upgrade a unit from Mobile Suit Gundam 2 times. Quest accepted, let's go attempt it. Ew. Let's go development. That's the better way of looking at this. Do you need 2 of each? Yeah. Or, you need 1 of each, but we'll need an extra 1 of those. I'll just level you up. There we go. And develop, why not? There we go, turn you into the Brarello. Ugh. Words. Why are they so hard? Back to the base. Amuro, upgrade a unit 2 times. There we go, getting close to rank 5. And at rank 5, it'll finally, be done with him. Cool. Alright. Backtrack, nothing there. No point to the gallery, so back to stage as we go, main stage, and let's do one more stage of Wing Gundam. Take care of stage 14, and then we'll definitely beat it next time on the next stream. For this episode and this stream, just this one. Capture Virgo 2. That is a Virgo 2 that is possible to be captured. Nice. Alright, let's premiere Crossfire at Bulge. Oh, right, yes. Autoform, confirm. We don't have anything we could, replace it with now, do we? Table for duel. We can capture both types of Virgos. Yeah, definitely, someplace that we're gonna be, going back to. Sandrock. You really can't do anything, because we need, yeah. Anything we want to do, we just need more, development material. Yeah, I'm not gonna get ourselves a second Virgo, since we could capture some here. Capture both 1s and 2s. And we don't have any units you could get into, no. Just those 3, but they're all worse. So, yeah. Sorry, Gatra, you're gonna be, stuck in the Sandrock. Pitch. The pitch is,
宇宙で武装を放棄したホワイトファングはコロニー解放を掲げ、その勢力を日増しに拡大させていた。
So are you familiar with the 4X genre? Explore, expand, exploit, exterminate. Enwise creates a compelling Let's Play that is only 3 X's, because he does not exterminate, and uses peaceful means to conquer the galaxy or the region or the world, whatever he's playing as. And he manages to make mechanics sound fun. Turns them into actual story beats. The White Fang has been bolstering their forces for an armed uprising with the goal of liberating the space colonies.
ドーム
The space battleship Libra has been built by the Rockefeller Foundation as a symbol of power. Now, however, the battleship fell into the White Fang's hands due to the death of Tubarov, its chief engineer. Quinns, commander of the White Fang, reaches out to Zex to have him become their leader and representative. Although Zex has lost the will to fight after the fall of his homeland, the Sank Kingdom, he accepts Quinns' proposal and once again dons the name of Miliardo Peacecraft to lead the White Fang. In the meantime, while the Rockefeller Foundation had welcomed Raylina as their representative, talks of disarmament going against Dermail's ideology have been steadily gaining internal traction. The path towards peace that Raylina advocates exerts far greater influence than Dermail could ever have imagined. Thus, Dermail, who has become increasingly distressed due to losing his hold over the Foundation, takes advice from his granddaughter to flee to space. He heads for the space fortress Bulge to command the Oz troops in a show of force. However, Dermail's shuttle comes under attack by the White Fang, likewise en route to Bulge. As a result, his life and ambitions fade into the dark of space. The news of his demise is broadcast to the world and eventually reaches Dorothy's ears, but she sheds no tears. I won't cry, dear grandfather. You were just magnificent. In the end, you departed this world as a courageous soldier. Courageous shoulder? No, he was more than a shoulder. Meanwhile, Wu Fei goes on a solo operation to take down the space battleship Libra, currently in the White Fang's custody. Claiming this to be an offensive orchestrated by Earth, Quinns declares war upon the Earth Sphere United Nation. It is at this moment that the newly appointed leader of the White Fang makes his appearance. I mean, I have fought wars in my 4Xs, but the aggression with which I pursue wars is limited, and more often than not forced by the enemy. Yep. You do not condone absolute pacifism. That's what Raylina advocates for. You're just, an advocate for peace. Earth and space. The two exist together and form a pattern of confrontation. My name is Miliardo Peacecraft. I declare that we will eliminate the Earth, the force that conflicts with space. Despite coming so close to fruition, any attempt at peace is thwarted by Miliardo. Consequently, the state of war takes a turn for the worse. Zex, you asshole! The death of Dermail, in addition to Miliardo's declaration of war upon Earth, compels Treize to stage a large-scale coup. He relieves Queen Raylina of her duties and assumes leadership of the Rockefeller Foundation. Treize Marquise, don't trust Zex! Zex is ass-ho! Ho! Ho! Ass-ho! Ho! Ho! In truth, behind his actions lies the intention to free Raylina from the Foundation's claws. Having lost her position as queen and become just a girl under her own power, Raylina heads into space to stop her brother, Miliardo.
彼女の動向を追うドロシー
Dorothy,
もまた
determined to bear witness to both Raylina's development and the outcome of the war, sets off into space separately.
一方のホワイトファングは
Meanwhile, the White Fang launches an assault on the Space Fortress Bulge, a strategic vessel for the Oz forces.
これに勝利した者が
To the victor goes the spoils, the entirety of outer space. The battle rages on as both armies devote all available resources to the fray.
ノインと共に宇宙に上がった
As this plays out, Ketra, who had gone into space with Noin, joins up with Duo again, learning of Troa's safety as well as his whereabouts.
トロワのもとへ訪れるカトル
When Ketra pays a visit to Troa, he learns that Troa is experiencing amnesia as a result of his crash landing.
戦いに怯えるトロワ
The ailing pilot cowers at the prospect of battle, causing Catherine, the circus performer who has taken charge of his care, to treat Ketra with hostility.
自らの罪を悔やむカトルは
Wrecked with guilt over his actions that should be
立ち去る
racked.
ことを決める
WRACKED. Ketra wishes only for Troa's happiness and comes to the decision to leave him alone.
しかしかすかに
Regardless,
残る記憶に
Troa is
背中を押され
propelled
た
to
トロワは
action by the remnants
自
of his
らの意志で
memories.
カト
He
ルたちと共に行くことを
chooses to
選ぶ
join
ので
Ketra of his own free will.
集まりつつあるガンダ
Slowly
ムパイロ
but
ット
surely,
たち
the pilots are drawn
彼らの
together.
もとにハワードから
They soon
協
receive
力
a
の
message
申し
from
出が届
Howard
く
asking for cooperation.
一行はハワード
The
の言葉を
pilots,
信じ
trusting in Howard's words, reunite on the Peace Million. Once I made the modification, the Sandrock will be space ready. Yeah, mine certainly is not space ready. Wish it was. That would be a big help. Oh no, whoops. That would be a big help, Howard. I will need a mobile suit to fight as well. Do you know if there are any suits available? Not anything Gundam pilot can make use of. And the heavy arms is still at large. Howard, I'm having a hard time trying to figure out why you're supporting us. This is just my duty. Someone who helped make the Gundams. You helped make the Gundams? The tall geese, to be exact. The tall geese. Zex. Yeah, and Zex had to go self-destruct. What? That bastard! How did he do that? Hang on a second, please, Miss Noin. I know you don't want me to do this, but I have to meet with Zex in person. I'm positive he must have a good reason. He must be acting on behalf of Raylene and the Sank Kingdom somehow. Still, it's too dangerous to approach Bulge alone. I'll go with you. Ketra. There are plenty of civilian colonies near the Bulge. Shouldn't be too hard to approach the fortress unnoticed. No, in space, you can see everything. Seriously, unless you can just hide all your thermal emissions, then you can be seen easily. You can count me in. Oz and the White Fang should know their favorite Grim Reaper is back in action. I can also cover you guys, at the very least. You guys. The group decides to ambush the White Fang, currently deployed around the Space Fortress Bulge. Deploying fifth wave of mobile dolls to the left. We've breached 35% of the defensive line. Good. Let's keep it up. Isn't that the Epion? Commander Miliardo! Wait, Commander Miliardo, just give out the orders and leave the fighting to the mobile dolls. You do just that. Huh. Still thinks of himself as the lightning count, it seems. Okay. What did Sayla do to get transferred over into the Gundam universe? This is as far as you go. Prepare to fire the bulge cannon. I do need to say, the bulge cannon. But sir, the cannon is currently only charged to 80%. No matter, that should do the trick. Hurry! Guess we're a little too late to the battle. Now, just where has that Zex gotten off to? Must be somewhere in this sector. I'll find him soon enough. Huh? I can't believe it. There's a massive energy reading coming from Bulge. Oh, my energy is certainly massive. Screen black. Ah, shoot. Shoot. Thank you. No, how could they do that? Are they nuts? They could wipe out a colony with that power. Huh? Could that be? You've done well to come this far. I know that voice. Zex! Gotcha, man. Thank you. Answer me, Zex. I'm here to talk with you. There's nothing to talk about. Zex. Ready the cannon to fire again. Deploy the Tauruses. We'll wipe them out completely. Duo, check out Bulge. No way. They're planning to fire that thing again? We've got to stop Bulge before that happens. Please at least be a timed stage. Nope. All enemy unit forces are destroyed. For victory, defeat all your units are destroyed. Do a max 1 guest forces. Lame. Okay. Yeah, that's literally all it is. Okay, fine. Somewhat annoying. But we got some Virgo 2s. Oh, they can't attack at range 2. Interesting. Whatever. Let's get our first kill of the night. Or of the stage, not of the night. We've gotten a bunch already. %. How about we do a little power boost? Still not enough for the kill. That's fine. Get over there. Attack the Taurus. Boom. Hey Gabriel, hey Stabby, sorry I'm late. Hey, no worries. No need to apologize. It's not like I'm upset or something. You don't owe me your presence. I appreciate your presence. But it's not like I deserve it. Ooh, not strong enough to defeat the Virgo 2. Annoying. Can't boost it. That's fine. Destroy the regular Virgo. You've been grinding. All right. How's your grinding coming? Decently, hopefully. There we go. Destroyed those. No, nope. You need to use the EX, otherwise, it's not gonna kill. Skill. What? Kill you. Kill you. And just 3-star Red Gundam. Didn't know Red Gundam has Gundam Hammer. It does. That's its first weapon. Yeah, we've seen this attack so many times. I'll skip it. I mean, everyone only uses the bits, but it does have the hammer. There you go, get the kill. There's no escape. Also, you should probably get over there, maybe even use a step. Huh. Need to use the EX. That's fine. We got plenty of energy. GN Sword EX. Oh. Alright, and chance step. We get the kill. You're not needed here. We have no need for you. Yeah, we don't need to watch that animation. The overworld animation is good enough. Why does victory evade me when the might of Epion is on my side? Sex, just wait, please. Now I just need the Gundam to complete the collection of Jikook's Gundam. Yes. Cool. We can save a little bit of energy and use the 18 power attack. There. Boom. You head up there. Get the kill. Skip. Boom. Get the kill. Some eye-looking things looks like you posted. What are those? Oh no, it's a girl with a big gun. Mia up, pew 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 pew. Dropping the pew pews in chat, I see. Oh yeah, those are our guys. Silly me. And we don't have anything that can reach them. So you are stuck. How about you? Nope. May as well use the Force Guard on you, Milliardo. Got nothing better to do. Yeah, you know what? Stream crashed, whatever. We're close to the end of the episode. If the stream comes back, it comes back. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let's just continue on and see what we can do. Almost enough for the kill. So close. Get the sport attack, get the hatch open. Cool, we'll get the kill. Ready for beam cannon. And beam cannon. That. With supporting fire from Phoenix Gundam. Nice. And that leaves how many units left? 5 units left. Death Scythe, you can't really do anything, so just stand there. And we'll let them come to us and kill us on the kill them on the next one. Support defense, nice. That's the only weapon you have. Beam rifle versus beam cannon. You missed. Right. Attack. Skip. Attack one of the Tauruses. Attack the other Taurus. Okay, we're back on Kick and Twitch and Rumble. Still not on YouTube though. Let me just hit stop streaming and start streaming, and hopefully that fixes YouTube. And there we go, that's better. There. Get the kill and be done. Yeah, skip. And Gabriel, I did drink while I was rearranging stuff. Did we get him? Bulge is sinking? Ooh. Alright, that should be the Death Scythe Hell technical journal. Nice. We got more stuff we could do. Let's get to the story. Bulge, Space Fortress, and Keeper of the Colonies, is destroyed by the hands of the White Fang and the Gundams. This incident would mark a shift of authority in outer space, Commander Milliardo Peacecraft becoming a force to be reckoned with. Anyways, gonna try to get some sleep. You get some rest, you need it. Members of the Treize faction had disguised themselves within Oz. Moments before Bulge's fall, they rescued Lady Un, still in a comatose state. Lady Un is transported back to Earth, where she reunites with Treize, though remaining unconscious. Hey, and Stream Elements realized we're live again. Lady, I want you here. to witness my every move. Humanity has long continued a pointless tirade, one between space and Earth. I shall conclude this feud with the brilliant spectacle of war. Trades, representative of the Foundation, hosts a speech with numerous state heads, in which he declares all-out war against the White Fang. We must join as one to fight the menace that threatens space as we speak. What say we take peace for ourselves, and stand as a new united front for the Earth's sphere? Let us protect our right to exist. Millardo once again faces the world at large, promulgating his cause. For it is the citizens of the colonies, the new face of humanity, who resist the call of war and bring upon peace. So why must we rise up? Those old humanity warmongers are to blame. They're looking to suppress us, the unarmed, for stability on Earth. To put the history of war behind us, we must eradicate its breeding ground, the Earth itself. We want our outer space to be freed of the Earth's existence. Should you refuse our demands, you will witness the last war of humanity. Hero views Millardo as his enemy once more. He ambushes the Oz base, looking for a space-worthy shuttle. By chance, he encounters Sally Poe, currently working on a plan to send the Gundam Heavy Arms back into space. The two return to space together, only to find Wu Fei and the Ultron Gundam engaged in solitary battle. Wu Fei is reluctant to cooperate with Sally. However, Hero asks him to pilot the Wing Gundam Zero, knowing its ability to deduce one's true enemy. Wu Fei makes the decision to become their ally. Together, they regroup with the other pilots at the Peace Million. And so, the 5 Gundam pilots unite as one team. Meanwhile, the last of the Oz forces have been pushed into isolation, following the loss of Bulge and the lunar plant. They mobilize to seize control of Colony C-421. They demand the White Fang return the space battleship Libra, gaining leverage by taking the colonists hostage. Unfortunately, Millardo rejects their offer. He orders that the Libra's main cannon be directed at the colony. While Hero monitors the unfolding situation, Troa learns that the circus performer Catherine is among the hostages, and goes into battle alone. He endeavors to protect the colony using the Wing Gundam Zero, but succumbs to the effects of the Zero system. Wing Zero's rifle is locked onto the colony when Catcher calls out, triggering Troa's recovery of his lost memories. The pilot's efforts are ultimately in vain, and the Libra fires its cannon. However, the target was not the colony, but the Earth. A piercing beam of light strikes the planet. This is Millardo's declaration of war against Trays. With Trays acting as the current leader of the world nation on one hand, and Millardo has the majority authority in space on the other. The Gundam pilots fight amidst the conflicts, taking neither side. The greatest battle of humanity has begun. The fate of the Earth is now at stake. Whew, finally. Man, that was, something. Anyway, that is where we'll be wrapping up both the episode and the stream. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like, follow, subscribe. Check me out on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Kick. Free money in the description, and maybe next time we won't have as many crashes. Fingers crossed, all of them. Literally every single finger's crossed right now. Yeah, that's that. See you next time. Bye.